This is our 992 GT3 and this thing is built for the track. But today we're going to take that to a whole new level.
Okay, it's got so much more grip than I was expecting.
Yeah. That's because we're going to be building Europe's first ADRO 992 GT3 and then we're going to put it to the test on track with our residence dig. In this big box of goodies, we've got a front splitter, side skirt, rear diffuser under tray, and a full rear wing. So if you're a Porsche owner and you've never heard of ADRO before, they're essentially a vehicle styling business that are extremely quick growing and they have so much backing behind them in terms of knowledge and know-how. And that has led to this kit here today, because this is not just a kit that looks good, it actually performs on the track as well. If you've got a 992 GT3 and you put it to your max downforce setting, this kit will still give you an extra 30% of downforce on top over your standard car just by installing this kit. That being said, let's talk around the kit because it is extremely detailed and there is a lot of it. One of our bugbears with this car is the black plastic trim up the front. It kind of makes this super premium expensive car feel a little bit cheap, and it is across the entire car, down the side skirts, around the back, and this kit replaces all of that. And a nice touch is that all of this carbon that's going to be going on the car is exactly the same weave as any optional carbon you'd have on your GT3. AUTOID is the exclusive distributor for ADRO in the UK. So if you're looking at these parts and you want some for your car, even if you don't own a Porsche, you've got a BMW or another brand, ADRO supply products for a load of different brands, we can help you out. So onto the kit. Up the front, we've got the new air intake and front splitter. What's very nice about this is it has the herringbone weave, so when you look at it sort of straight on, it's gonna be nice and symmetrical. Up next, we have the side skirts, and what's great about these is that they don't add on, they actually fully replace the black plastic that you have here. As you can see, you've got all the clips that you would expect from mounting these onto the car. That brings us nicely onto the rear diffuser, and this is a full under tray replacement, and you've got all of your little gurney flaps and opening slots that you would expect from the stock car, as well as that herringbone weave. And this is a solid piece. I've kind of held under trays from other brands before and they don't feel as sturdy as this. This is extremely strong and is exactly what you would expect for this sort of car. And then to pair with that, you've got the diffuser outline, sort of the diffuser trim. What's nice is here you've got another little design ethos there that's not actually in the stock car. So it's kind of changing up the style as well. And finally, we have the rear wing. This is a GT3 RS inspired wing, but it's obviously got ADRO's flair on it. This is typical ADRO in terms of the rear wing leg style. We then have the double layer wing at the back, so it's gonna sit like that, and this is gonna look so good. I can't wait to see this on the car. And they have also then been topped off at the end with these nice carbon fiber end plates, because at the moment on the stock car, they're just like a flat black plastic. So yeah, these are gonna look super sick. Can't wait to see it on the car. So you might have seen this thing behind me in the background, and this is going to be part of our track day test, because whilst this is aggressive and this is going to be suitable for 80–90% of people, this thing behind me here is a step on from this kit, and it has been fully developed with F1 style technology. It's insane, but more on that a bit later on. So we need to get cracking on this car now. That is enough talking, because the guys from ADRO are actually flying over from Korea to come and see this fully finished, and we only have today to fit this entire kit ready for our track day on Monday. So let's do it. The guys from ADRO have turned up. This is Scott, and this is the main man that is responsible for all this craziness behind us. He is the engineer, I guess. You're ADRO's
aerodynamicist.
Aerodynamicist, there you go. It's a long word for me.
That's it.
Scott, obviously, I've gave everyone a bit of a run through of what this kit does, and I've spoken about headline figures, 30% more downforce and stuff like that. Yep. It might just be worth you chatting about that, because obviously one of the key things was balance.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so when we started to develop this kit, obviously Porsche's a well-known performance vehicle, so we need to make sure that we keep those key characteristics of the car there. So the main one with a Porsche is you get an amazing balance, an amazing feel to the car, So it's easy for anyone to go and throw a massive wing on a car and go, oh, it's got more downforce, but downforce doesn't mean anything if you can't actually steer the thing around the track. So the balance is really that key number that we had to target. So initially, as I said, it's easy to put rear downforce on with a wing. So we actually focused on the front end of the car first. We tried to hone as much flow underneath the front of the car. The diffuser helps pull that flow through. So we got all that section of the car done first, and then the rear wing, we actually had a wing that was much bigger than this initially, but the balance was so rearward that we had to keep scaling it down and sort of refining it back through. The GT3 kit the GT3 itself is a different car to the GT3 RS. The RS has these massive front diffusers that allow you to actually generate a lot more front downforce. So we've sort of maximised the amount we can do without changing all your plastics underneath the car.
Yeah.
And that's why we had to balance it out with a wing that's about this big instead of something that's really big.
So the plastics and the trims that you see them under the rear wheel, under the wheel arches and stuff, that is what helps generate a lot of the downforce as well.
Yeah, that all helps. Yeah.
So
those little flat things I was telling you we need to adjust.
Yeah.
If you drop them all the way down, that's what works for the touring, because you don't have a rear wing on that car. And then as you modify the angle of the rear wing on the normal GT3, you need to move those flat sections up and out of the way. So we did all of our development work with those right up and out of the way. So we're at the max downforce setting of the standard GT3, and we've just increased that by 30%.
Is there anything specific here in the kit that you'd like to maybe call out and say, look, this is what I'm most proud of, and this is kind of what guys... Because let's just say, for example, someone doesn't want to buy the entire kit, they say they want to miss a few bits. What's probably the essentials? Maybe the front and the rear?
Yeah, the front and the rear you would need to have, because they essentially balance the kit out.
Yeah.
The diffuser helps the front work, but you can trim the rear wing to work without the diffuser. So you can still balance the front and rear.
So the wing legs are now on the car, that is all sorted. It's now time to put together the actual wing itself. And it's a very nice, cleverly engineered wing, because all we need to do to install these turn plates is 2 bolts for each, and then once that's on, we cap it off at the end. So it's going to look very nice and flush and OEM. So yeah, I'm excited to get this sorted. So let's line these up. That's insane.
That is massive.
It looks so good.
On camera it looks even bigger.
That is
Jesus.
a fat boy. Yeah, I'm loving that.
What's next then, Jack?
We're going to do the diffuser, and then Kai's going to start off with the front, and we're going to meet in the middle and have a big cuddle once it's finished. BMW need to learn a thing or two from Porsche, because this is the easiest car in the world to work on. So diffuser is done, we're now working on the side skirt. As you can see, this is literally just a plastic trim. Take this out, replace it straight away with a carbon one. So just started off by taking off these little plastic clips, but again, this looks fairly simple. So let's crack on and see how it is. So we've got the skirt off. It was literally just put it straight off, but the problem we're going to have, because this is on the ramps here, we're not going to be able to slot the carbon one straight back in. So once we've done the rest of the kit now, we'll just basically drop the car down and be able to put the skirts on once it's on the floor, he says.
So Kai's kind of getting the front bumper off. He is underneath, getting it all undone now. What's going over here as well then, Jack?
Just getting these side skirts ready to go, so we'll have to transfer the clips over from the stock one. So once we put it on, we can bolt the screws into place. But yeah, we're not going to do that now until the front's done. So we are now going to wait till the bumper's off. I'm then going to work on the centre ducts, side skirts, and that's it.
Jobs are good.
Yeah, jobs are good.
Doing all right, aren't we?
This is the first time, jokes aside, this is the first time we've actually had a project like this, like a full build, and it's gone half okay.
Not always going smoother than usual.
Smoother than usual, but we ain't done yet, so...
Touch wood then.
So the hard part of the bumper is now done, which is basically we had to replace this center air duct here, and in order to do that you have to kind of take out all of the back trims of the bumper, but they're all back in place. So now the next step is to get this front bumper back on. We can then fit the splitter, then we can put the car on the ground and we can do the side skirts, and that should be it, but there's still work to do. Right, the front bumper is now on, but it is time to finally install the side skirts. So, if you bear with me, Nathan has gone away, so I'm behind the camera now. Let's see how this goes. So, last bit now is the side skirts. These are nice and easy. I have to just slot them in down here, and same up to there.
The old hold it in place with your foot trick.
Yeah, mate. I've been practicing this one for years. Got it down to the T now, as you can see. There we go. Oh. Lovely.
Nice.
That looks a lot better. It looks finished now.
Yeah,
now we'll do the other side.
That looks insane, Jack.
I'm lost, literally lost for words. Like, it is, yeah, speechless, honestly. Like, it looks 10 out of 10. There.
He's lost for words. We've all been lost for words.
Yeah, honestly, it's not often I'm lost for words, but this, I don't know how this is being picked up on camera, but in person,
It looks unreal even here, Jack.
like, the way this sort of splitter now comes out further, the whole nose feels like sharper. Like, if it didn't already look like a shark, it probably looks like a shark now. I mean, we can go through more detail. We're going to be, next time you see us in about 30 seconds time, we're going to be at the track, so we'll go through the details in more detail. But yeah, the overall package has come together and it looks insane. And I just cannot, I just want to go and drive it right now. I want to get out on the road. Yeah, and one shout out to the guys at ADRO because, and Porsche, shout out Porsche, because this is the easiest car I've genuinely ever worked on. Everything was clipped, replacements and stuff like that, and if we wanted to literally reverse this tomorrow, it would take probably just the same amount of time to put it back to just how it was. So that's really encouraging, particularly for people that are worried about residuals with these cars. I know what it's like if you modify a Porsche and stuff, particularly a GT product. You can be worried about sort of warranties and, you know, resale value and things like that. The fact that this is fully reversible and you can probably make your money back on the kit if you want to move it on, if you look after it, that's quite encouraging. Right, that is going to be for this section of the video. We're going to see you in a second at the track. Let's do it. So the ADRO kit is fitted and it's time to put this to the test. But before we do that, I obviously need to address the elephant in the room. And you're probably thinking, Jack, have you wrapped the car in the last 5 minutes? And truth be said, no, this is a completely different car to the one you see about 10 seconds ago. And basically the reason is when we started to install the kit, we took a few bits off the car, we found some stuff that we weren't happy with and we didn't feel comfortable with keeping the car. So We spoke to the guys at Dynasty Finance, obviously supplied us the car, and they have been amazing. Genuinely as good as gold. They collected the car, they've taken it, that's gone now. And this is the new AUTOID 992 GT3. And honestly, I could not be happier with this car. So it is a PTS Riviera Blue 992 GT3, and it has carbon ceramics, which are going to be so handy on track today, because I have heard that the steel brakes aren't the best and we probably should have got surface transformers. Anyway, let's move on. So you're probably wondering, why are we at Cadwell Park today? And the truth is, we are going to be putting ADRO's money where their mouth is, because they claim that this adds 30% downforce on top of a high performance setup 992 GT3. So that is basically take a stock GT3, put it in its highest downforce setting, and then this ADRO kit will add 30% downforce on top. And to be honest, claims like that need backing up. And so we're going to have our main man, Liam Lawson, here today, going to be putting this car to the test and giving his thoughts and impressions on it. Let's have a look around the car so you can see everything that's included in this kit. So up front, this is one of the main differences that you'll notice, and we've basically completely replaced all of the rough black plastic that comes with the car with this absolutely beautifully laid up glossy carbon fibre piece. This includes this whole carbon front apron here, some very typical ADRO design elements here, which is kind of like these fangs, and they aren't just a visual piece. What they actually do, if you can see behind this grille, Nathan can maybe get behind it, this here helps direct more airflow into the brake ducts and the radiators here. So you've got a central radiator and a second radiator here on the side, and this actually helps redirect that air, and that's what this kind of curve does here, which is quite cool to see that detail included. And then you also have a much larger chin, much larger front splitter, which is really going to help generate that downforce on the front of the car. Down the side, they've also replaced the side skirts. These are actually very similar to the OEM style, but they just make sure that the whole kit feels very much nicely aligned. Now this is arguably the money shot of this car now, which is basically completely transformed. So again, same as up front, we've replaced all of this rough plastic with gloss carbon fibre, but importantly, we've also replaced this lower diffuser, and it now reaches slightly further down. The whole way that it's shaped is to generate more downforce. It actually sticks out further than the stock one as well, which again helps suck the car to the floor. Up top, we have this 992 GT3 RS inspired rear wing by ADRO, but honestly, this thing looks insane. It is actually genuinely, I think it's bang on the same height as a 992 GT3 RS. I might be lying there, but I'm pretty sure it is. It feels it, and it's huge, absolutely huge. And one of the interesting parts about this particular version that I have here, this is actually a development version of their wing. Now it looks visually exactly the same, all the dimensions are the same, but here we have adjustability, and in this particular model I have here, we have a bit more adjustability. Now there's a very, very interesting reason why that is. One nice thing about our wing on this car as well is that we've done a nice little touch here with some vinyl wrap and added our vehicle styling shop branding on the bottom, and then on the top we've just carried over the gloss black to make it feel super premium, super nice. So why have we got more adjustability in that rear wing? And there is a very, very interesting reason as to why that is. The guys from ADRO are actually here with us today. They have flown all the way over from South Korea for today to see this test, because they have brought with them a very special present, and that is essentially a completely redesigned front end using AI. They've essentially put in all of the parameters that they want to achieve maximum downforce, and using their own innovation and techniques and design philosophies, plus AI generative sort of technology. I don't have the intelligence to be able to wrap my mind around it properly. They have managed to eke out even more performance from this kit. Apparently, this kit generates another 30% more downforce on top of this one, which is insane. It is a development kit, it's not available to market yet, so what you're about to see is an exclusive behind the scenes. So one thing about this car that I'm very happy about is the fact that this has ceramics over the steels that we had on the previous car. But one thing I'm not happy about was the fact that it arrived on Pirellis, which aren't suitable for today whatsoever. So we have treated this car to the best of the best, creme de la creme, Pilot Sport Cup 2s, and they are going to be absolutely perfect for today's track day, and most likely many other track days we have for the rest of the year, and obviously for a spirited drive on the road. So now it's time to put this to the test because Liam is here, he's just turned up and we're gonna absolutely shred this car on track. Whilst we're on the topic of ADRO, let's talk about these 3 cars behind me. They all have one thing in common. They are running full ADRO body kits. The reason for that is that we are the exclusive distributor for ADRO here in the UK. So if you like what you see in this video or you're thinking about getting an ADRO kit for your car, make sure you check out the AUTOID website. With that being said, let's get back to the video.
Tell you what, the grip is really like way better than I was expecting.
Good. Yeah.
Especially in high speed, like here I have so much grip.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know if this guy sees me. The main thing is the front is really strong, like
Yeah.
on the way into the corner, it's really strong here.
Yeah. So do you think you could run a bit more rear wing angle?
I reckon you could. I've got plenty of front. Like right in there, it's just,
Yeah.
it's really strong.
Yeah.
Especially in the high speed, like into here, I have,
Yeah.
once the speed's up, like this 4th gear corner, the front is really strong. Like
Yeah.
on the way in there, I have so much front bite.
Front end.
It's pretty good.
It's good.
Alright, I'll back off.
Yeah.
Probably let it cool off. Fuck mate, it's got so much more grip than I was expecting.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, did you see the first lap? I was like,
Oh, you're hooking.
I was trundling around like super slowly,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I was like, oh my god, there's so much grip.
Yeah. That is awesome. I got sore legs from trying to hold on.
So I would say, now that it's a bit quieter, I would say when the load's on, like especially in higher speed corners,
Yep.
the front is very, very strong.
Yep. Could we go more rear wing angle to get a bit more balance?
I would say you could.
Yeah.
The thing is, when we add the front splitter,
Yeah.
I think then you're definitely going to need
Oh, yeah.
some
Yeah.
more support on
We've
the
got
rear.
more adjustment on the rear, so we'll bump that right up.
Because like low speed, the balance is much more, I would say, balanced. Like I'm waiting on the front, like here,
Yeah.
I get a bit of understeer at the apex.
Yeah.
I'll do one cool down lap.
Yeah.
And then I would say through here as well,
Yeah.
I'm waiting a little bit more on the front, but as soon as the speed gets up, like those first couple of corners,
Yeah.
and I can feel it in the steering as well, it's quite heavy because the load's on.
Yeah. Yeah.
This track is insane.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, it's so gnarly.
It's nuts. It's got a bit of everything.
Like if I'll just load it up here.
Yeah.
the front is like real strong.
Just goes, yeah.
See what I mean? Like on the way in, I have so much bite.
Yeah.
So Liam's had his first go in the GT3 with the ADRO kit, and it's very clear how impressed he was with the setup of the car. He mentioned how sharp the front end was with the additional aero that the kit adds, and overall how balanced the car felt. He had a ton of confidence in the capability of the car right out the gate, which is impressive given the fact that Liam's never actually driven on this circuit before. He could lift the brake earlier into the corner, carry more speed because he had the aero and the confidence to do it because the car just felt so dialed into the ground. We are now dialing in the car even further, adding a little more front end with the prototype splitter package, increasing the rake of the rear wing and overall adding more rear end to the car. Now, let's let Liam push this car to the absolute limits.
Way more grip, like way more grip.
Awesome.
Oh, dude. How you doing?
Oh, good. That is crazy.
Oh my god.
Car has so much grip.
Mate, it's got so much grip.
That is insane. Thank you.
Mate, you're all good.
Terrifying but insane.
I'd say the most interesting part, so here,
yep,
probably the most loaded corner,
yep,
obviously the highest speed, the sharpness, like the initial turn made it was really, really sharp. We call it basically a really direct, obviously, you know.
Yeah, steering, yep.
It was very, very direct.
Yeah.
What was interesting is like as the speed drops into like this kind of corner as well.
Yeah.
For me, the front stays loaded longer.
Yeah.
So like before, as I was slowing down through some of these lower speed corners, I was losing a bit of the front at the apex and low speed.
Yeah.
Now I said like high speed is really fast, but like it's a bit more balanced at low speed. This just stays loaded longer.
Yeah.
Like for me up here, I can basically clear the brake earlier.
Yeah.
And just roll more speed in.
Yeah.
And to the apex
we push
up here,
way further.
Yeah, basically I just have more grip all the way up to the apex. I can push basically way more speed on the entry.
Yep.
And then just get on power earlier.
Just go, yeah. Yeah, through this whole next section here.
Grip
just right on the limit. It's nice. It's felt really well balanced through here.
Yeah. Yeah, and the grip basically up here as well, just, I'd say it's very well balanced as well.
Yeah.
Again, the high speed is sharp. Like I said, like the really high speed is very, very sharp.
Yeah.
I think any more speed, like if it's an even faster corner, it's on the verge of being too sharp.
Yeah, okay, yep.
But for 99% of like speed range, like everything below that.
Yeah.
Dude, we got air as well.
Oh yeah,
Like the
absolutely.
whole car came off the ground.
It's like sent it.
So you've seen Liam's thoughts and impressions, and honestly, he was obviously amazed by the difference that this kit made. But you, like me, am not Liam Lawson, so we're a normal guy. And what I wanted to do was try and feel the difference between this car with all of the kit on it and also a stock GT3, which is still incredibly capable. And I'm going to give my brutally honest opinion.
We are about to go out in the car with the prototype ADRO kit on.
Yep.
And then you are going to be testing this against a stock one, which we have got on the way.
Yep.
First time actually driving it, Jack?
Yeah, this is going to be first time going out, getting a feel for things. Obviously, I've driven the car anyway, so it's going to be interesting to be able to sort of just see if I can tell any difference. I know Liam was saying that he can, so let's see if I can. And I'm excited to just get this out on track. And
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. So planted in the passenger
it's
seat.
crazy.
Effortless.
Yeah, oh mate, it's insane. This is crazy. You straight away got so much confidence in this car.
This track is quality.
Front end is so good.
Yeah, it's mental.
Watching this back now, I can see that I'm nowhere near the limit of this car, and I could definitely be going a lot faster, but obviously we're still building confidence at this point. It's also worth noting that this video does not do this track justice. There is so much gradient and undulation in this track, it's crazy.
Mate, this feels ridiculous.
It's crazy, isn't it?
This is a joke.
So we're now in Sean's GT3, and this is essentially a fully stock GT3. It's very well looked after. In fact, Sean has enjoyed many miles in this car. You're over nearly 8,000 miles now.
8,375 in the last couple of years.
So it's been very well enjoyed, and it's going to be the perfect benchmark for me to get a feel for what a GT3 should feel like, and what ours feels like now that it's got the kit and all the other bits and bobs on.
Yeah, like, do you know what? These comfort seats, they're not actually that bad.
No, they're
pretty held in.
The first thing I did when I sat in them was so comfortable.
Yeah.
They're so much better.
But you're still held in.
And also, you've got a heated seat, which is so much better.
It is nice in the winter. But do you know what? Like in the Ferrari ones, these are flat. You haven't got these big flat. So this holds you in still, whereas the Ferrari one, you slide around on it and you're a bit like, you know, it's not...
These are actually really good.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to quickly speak to camera and say...
Go on, you crack on, mate.
What we're doing.
I'll stay silent. You address me if you want to ask me anything,
cool. So, we're going to go around, we're going to do a warm-up lap, then I'll do 2 push laps and we'll do a cool-down lap. So, I'll try to speak as much as I can, but honestly, it is sometimes quite hard to get my thoughts out, so maybe we'll do that after. But anyway, let's get on with it. Straight away you can see that I'm not going as quick in this car as I was in the ADRO car, and the main reason for that is basically a lack of confidence, and that comes from a couple of factors. The first being that one, yes, this isn't my car, it's Sean's car, so I don't want to push that, but also two, there was just a bit of lack of grip, a lack of stability compared to the other cars. So coming into corners and coming out of corners, I just didn't feel that I had the same amount of traction and leanability there within the car. Initial thoughts, there's a lot more like movement under the car. You can feel it's not got quite the same plantedness, but it still does feel very nicely balanced, which is not a surprise, obviously. We have set this up using the GT3's maxed OEM downforce setting, which is essentially some little plastic bits in the wheel arch and an extra bit of rake on the rear wing. So it's a slouch, it's by no means a slouch. The steel brakes actually feel really good, even in comparison to the ceramics that we've got. I think you'll probably feel a difference after a few laps. That's where the ceramics will get their money's worth, but now after a couple of laps, these steel brakes still feel very good. They've got a lot of confidence in them. I'm going to shut up for this next lap if that's alright. You can feel the difference. You can really lean on the aero of this car. Like coming into the corners and stuff like that, you have so much confidence. The car just feels stupidly hunkered to the road. It's so crazy how much grip this has. But that being said, where this car doesn't have as much downforce, you can still lean on it and it is still just as fun. So I guess what I'm saying is, you're not going to be sad driving a GT3 without the ADRO kit, but if you're looking to improve your car, improve the way it looks, improve the way it feels on track, this is a step beyond. And honestly, even me, just a bit of an amateur, I don't do tons of track days. This is probably one of the most detailed I've gone into in terms of trying to extract lap time out of a car. And you can feel the difference still with that, which is really, really incredible to say, because you wouldn't expect that from just an aero kit. I say just. So that is going to wrap up the day, and honestly, what an amazing day it's been. I want to just say a massive thank you to the guys at ADRO for entrusting us with this development version of their kit. It's been amazing to see the levels of performance that this can achieve above a stock GT3. If you do like the look of the kit, this kit isn't available just yet, but the original ADRO kit for the GT3 is available on our store, so I recommend you guys check that out. Also, give us a shout if you have any questions about the kit and any elements of it. But otherwise, that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We've certainly enjoyed making it for you, and we'll see you in next week's video.